Defend Odessa. We've been assigned to defend against the enemy's main forces. In other words, Rebel's own unit. We will put up a defense line so that other enemy troops cannot move on the flank of our own main troops. I'll give you a briefing on our current situation. According to our intelligence, the enemy has deployed mobile artillery in several key locations as a means to contain our activities. In conjunction, they have stationed their assault troops, which are ready to break through our defense line. It might be easier to slip past the mobile artillery to crush Big Trey, but we can't leave the enemy behind us. We'd be risking attacks from the rear. Therefore, our first task will be to destroy the mobile artillery. Use extreme caution, as these enemy weapons were specifically designed to be long-range. To facilitate our operation, we will have to make effective use of our support attacks. Once we wipe out the mobile artillery, head directly to Big Trey and destroy it. That should stop the other enemy troops from breaking through our defense line, at least for the time being. Lieutenant Renchef and Chief Petty Officer Manning will join us for this mission. Over.
And welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Mobile Suit Gundam Zeonic Front. On to Mission 7. And as you can see, based upon the resolution for this, I am once again trying to emulate this a little bit further. If it gets to the point where it's just unusable whatsoever due to lag and slowdown thanks to my recording software, then I'll just go back to actually playing it on the console. It's not that big of a deal to try and keep both of them going. Anyway, so far, here's Mission 7, and by far probably one of the largest maps that we've had to deal with in a long time. So, what we're going to be doing here is kind of weird. There are two ways to go about this mission, and I'll explain them both as we look into it. But first, let's take a look at our team setup. Okay, so I'm going to be taking Lieutenant Rower, Manning, and Austin along with me here. And the reason I'm taking them is with Rower here, and you see I have his new Zaku 2J equipped. There's a little bit of a graphical bug with this emulation. I don't know why, but it's only for Lieutenant Rower. I don't know why it's just singling him out. Anyways, the reason I'm bringing him along is that I want him along with a sniper rifle, and sometimes it doesn't bug out quite as badly, especially when I'm using the GUF mass production. It happens almost 50% of the time, so hopefully I'll get a little bit better luck with Zaku 2J. Rower is not going to be doing all that much in terms of combat, so I'm not too worried about him getting his ass handed to him. Let's see here, CPO Manning, which is a new guy joining us. He is going to be the bread and butter of this mission. He is by far the best asset to this mission, or at least the one I think so. Specifically because of his sniping capabilities. He is fantastic for that reason. And then we're going to bring Austin as just heavy weapons and artillery. I switched him over to a shotgun style because the bazooka takes way too long to actually lock on and fire for my taste. And we're going to be fighting a fuck ton of tanks in this mission, along with anti-mobile suit trucks. So that's why I have all of them. I do have a route planned out, and I'm not going to be following it whatsoever. I'm going to actually try to do this completely by manual controls. The only thing I don't like about this team, and the only reason I would probably switch it around, is Austin has no shield for his Zaku 1G. So that's the only thing I have against it, and I could switch him out for the new guy, Lieutenant Renchef here, who is sporting the new GUF. Or I could probably take Hepner along with me, but I like that shotgun. It does come in handy, and Austin tends to be really vicious when you let him alone with AI controlling him for attacks, and that's what we really want to do. So let's go ahead and head back just a bit. Don't mind the graphical bug. Pretend you didn't see it. For those of you prone to seizures, I do apologize. They get even better along the way as we go through this game. Graphics is just glitching out everywhere. Anyways, let's look at some advice. I don't think I've actually looked through this section. I keep skipping them every time.
To destroy the mobile artillery, we should take advantage of our support attack. Smoke grenades will blind their gunners momentarily so they'll stop firing.
We should figure out how to combine these two methods effectively to produce an extraordinarily powerful attack.
The attack team will defend the right wing, and the standby team will protect command headquarters. Don't you find this a bit strange, though? Shouldn't we be assigned to the left wing where our defense is weaker rather than to the center?
Don't ask me. I have no idea what command headquarters is thinking. We just have to do what we're told. Right, Master Chief?
You got me there, Lieutenant. Now, let's get started with this job of ours. Oh, man. Our unit's growing bigger by the day.
We can finally form a standby team and an attack team.
Even the standby team will be moving out in the ODESSA operation.
You're right. This is an all-out attack on the Federation. We can't afford to lose this battle.
I hear that Lieutenant Mash lost his life in battle. Now I'm really curious to know who the Gundam pilot is. He defeated both Lieutenant Ramba Rawl and Lieutenant Mash. By the way, about Lieutenant Renchef and Chief Petty Officer Manning, I heard that the units they belonged to in the Gobi Desert had been wiped out. Those guys must be really skilled pilots to survive that kind of intense battle. It might be nothing, but there's something about those two. I can't put my finger on it, but I got a strange vibe.
I see that ODESSA is also having a problem with supplies. It looks like we're better off than other places, but thanks to the commander, we have enough mobile suits to last us. I'm just worried about later on. For this mission, I understand that the standby team guards the command headquarters and the attack team heads to the front line. Of course, I'm with the attack team, right? I don't want to be the operator. I'll do my best.
Unfortunately for you, Hepner, I do have you in the rear.
I am Chief Petty Officer Manning. It's a pleasure to meet you all. We lost a few soldiers in the Gobi battle. The only surviving members of my unit are Lieutenant Renchef and myself. Well, we'll be okay. Please include us in your attack team. We'll do our best.
I'm Lieutenant Renchef. Nice to meet you.
Oh, that was quick and to the point. I like Renchef. He doesn't draw things out. Anyways, so we heard a couple of good advices there. You can make use of some of your support attacks, like the DOP attack or the Magella attack, tank attack. These are little support items that we do have. And, you know what, they are useful for taking out some artillery that's a larger distance from what we're used to. But I'm not going to do that. My sole purpose for this mission is to actually just try and get an S rank, and it's actually really easy. You don't even have to worry about destroying Big Trey in order to get an S rank. So it's not too bad whatsoever. So let's go ahead and go on to the mission. Hopefully I won't get some random fuck up that'll screw me over. And hopefully the disappearing mobile suit trick or glitch won't show up, and I'll actually get to see Rower's mobile suit for a change. Like I said, it's about a 50-50 chance with most mobile suits. I've had better luck with the Zaku 2, which is why I'm fielding it right now. He doesn't have to be overpowered exactly just for him to be able to work what he's going to be doing. Manning is definitely going to be the star of this entire operation. Looks like we are going to get the disappearing Zaku glitch. That'll be fun right there. Ooh, that noise. Alright, so we got one gun tank to take care of. And another gun tank.
All units, move out.
Roger.
Says the ghost.
Roger.
Slightly glitched.
Roger.
Austin, full burning. Alright, so this mission can be kind of tough, kind of not. It depends on how your playstyle is for it. If you want, you can do like the mission objectives tell you to and just go straight after Big Trey. I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to try and do is just get an S rank here, and it's actually kind of easy, especially if you take your time and aren't really too thirsty for battle and all that type of thing. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of talking between the NPCs in this. I mean a lot of talking. I'm going to try and let them talk because it's really quiet, and if I try and talk over them, you won't be able to hear it. So, brief explanation. You can go through these two separate canyon areas here in order to get Big Trey towards the top there. There are two gun tanks, one on each side, that will wreck your shit should you try that, so I don't recommend doing that. However, if you take your time and sneak up, you can at least take out one gun tank off the bat, which makes the the right route absolutely flawlessly easy, unless you get very bad luck with certain shots and stuff. So if we sneak right up here with Manning, who is the perfect anti-gun tank machine, we can actually have a pretty good bead on our first gun tank and take him out. It should take 4 shots if you hit with all 4 of them. There's one. Now I recommend pausing as you shoot at him because there's a slight invulnerability period as it kind of like stuns itself. And of course you have to reload. I am getting pretty good here, so let's see if the 4th shot hits off the bat. And it does. It's good. Alright, so first thing is done. Now what's nice about this is we only need 8,000 points to get an S rank on this mission. What's even better about this is each one of these gun tanks is worth 6,000 points. So I just netted myself a tiny little 6,000 point profit. There's a fuck ton of tanks, anti-mobile suit vehicles, and other types of things that we'll get to be able to play with as they show up. So those would be really nice for us. What we want to do is we're going to maneuver Manning's team right about here. Tell them to stop. And they're just going to play sniper all day right there. And that's what we want them to do. Next, we're going to take care of some other side units. We're going to use Rower's Invisible Zaku 2 team. And have them move up to the side here. Switch them over to Thermal. We want them to join up there with Manning's team so they actually have a pretty good chance of getting some kills for it. We got to be careful. Sometimes tanks and stuff just like to randomly spawn behind you, so you have to be very careful how you do this. Oh, that's not good. Thank God that missed. Maybe not. Ooh, man, sometimes they'll just absolutely fuck up your mobile suit if you're not careful. I hate those anti-mobile suit tank weapons. Now, there's a command vehicle hiding right here, and it's actually a cameo from the 8th MS team, the little hover tank truck thing. I don't know exactly what they do, if they have any relevance to actually getting through the mission, or if it stops the enemies from being able to see you as much. Ooh, got one to the left. Oh, perfect miss there, Rower. Thank God for that shield. Now, there's another one of those little hover tanks just sitting right up here, and we'll take him out as well. I want to be very careful how I do this, because I don't want to aggro the left side like that. Oh, I love that shield. That's why I love units with shields. If you stand still, these shields are extremely effective. So switch back over that. Take care of some more units, as it takes a sweet time getting up there. Okay. Okay, like I said, they're going to be talking an awful lot. This is the final ride for the Black 2 Stars, and they're really going to just try and go completely balls deep on Armor on White Base. So we get to listen to the whole thing as it unfolds. I want to see who I can actually get out of this. There's one. Missed completely. Thankfully, my allies managed to actually miss as well. Okay, so Kai freaking out. Oh shit. Where are you, assholes? I happened to see something up here and it did not bode well. Sometimes a big problem is that a lot of the enemy will try their best to actually come real close to you and just come up the back end and try and wreck your shit. Look at this, they're just coming around this canyon like there's nobody here. Nice miss. There's another one. Halt our team movements here, switch back over. Oh yeah, we were taking him along with us. Is it sad that every time I hear the name Ortega, I think of the salsa mix? I don't know why. It just brings it back to mind. For it kind of fits, I suppose. Anyways, god damn it. I love Manning's team. Are you guys dead yet? Finally. Okay, anyways. Curious to see what Manning's team's actually doing pretty good. This is why I love them as snipers. Alright, we're gonna have enemies coming up here. We want to be very cautious with how we approach this, because this is a very good canyon to get yourself wrecked in. Luckily for us, they're too busy trying to deal with Manning and his bullshit. Just leave you guys right there. Switch back over. Tell you to move here. Like I said, you can go after Big Trey, or you can just try and accumulate 8,000 points. And there is an endless supply of tanks. Where are you assholes going? Halt attack. Sometimes they can be a little stupid with how they actually work. Alright, so we're doing pretty good so far. And we're getting some more lag again. Alright. Sometimes the easiest way to actually take care of a little bit of fraps lag is, oh, Manning, pay attention, you big dork. Oh, please don't get wrecked by that. You know what? We're going to halt you right there. Oh, that was a bad idea for that. Can I shoot from there? Yes, I can. All right, and Manning managed to actually pick that last kill up. There's another one. We'll move our team again. Move them up slightly. We don't want to use these trees and rocks as our best vantage point for a lot of things. There should be more tanks showing up here real soon. And once you actually get out of this little plateau and box canyon area, it gets to be a real big pain in the ass. There's some more units. Just wait for them. That's the good thing about thermal, is that you will absolutely see them before they see you. Switch back over to your team. Move you up very carefully, very slowly. Man, they are going right after Manning's team up there. I don't know why they have trouble with getting up those slopes, too. Fortunately for us, I can't see them too well. I think what I'm going to do is just leave them right here. It's taking an awful lot longer than I thought it should. Okay, we're going to move your team up a little bit. Ah, there goes Manning's superior sniping skills. Oh, hello, duck shoot. Oh, come on, guys. Does not like having a lot of units on screen, and this mission is full of enemy units. This happens when you don't have thermal on, buddy boy. Now, the other gun tank is located just on the middle plateau area to the left of blue team here, and he's going to be just kind of looking at that second left canyon area. You can try and take him out. I wouldn't recommend using Rower's team for it. For some reason, he's really bad at it. It's better to actually move Manning's team over. However, if you do that, you lose a lot of your sniping capabilities. So I really wouldn't recommend it even. Okay, you know what we're going to do? We're going to hold you guys right there. We're going to switch over to Manning's team. Move his team up a little bit further. Almost in view of you boys. Oh, don't you crash on me now. Like I said, it does not like having lots of units on screen at one time. Take our sweet time. Get up a little bit closer so we can have them just auto-target. Perfect. And we'll just sit you guys right there. And watch this Manning's team just happily snipes them all. And we'll get some more as they come up here. I know it's kind of cheap to do this, but I want on S rank for this mission, so I don't have to do it later. The second playthrough mission of this is actually kind of a pain in the ass for the sole fact that you actually have to go up against a lot of mobile suits and other types of nasties. If you had to switch up Rower's gun to the Zakutu machine gun, it's not a bad choice because you have more bullets that way. But it's not by far the best choice. So we'll just leave you right there. I would love to move your team... Oh, and it's the end of the mission. Hopefully we got an S rank on that.
Lieutenant Uraga. Orders from Captain Makuve. The Fenrir unit will be relocated to K7 point.
Impossible. If we abandon this area, the enemy will break through the defense line.
Doesn't matter. This order takes priority. Please hurry.
Roger. We're heading to K7 point at once.
We're relying on you.
All units, we are now heading to K7 point.
Wow, that's a glitch right there. Woohoo! Anyways, that's the end of that mission. And that is the first appearance of the disappearing rower Zaku and/or unit. And we see Lieutenant Manning's prowess as a sniper, which I will be making a hell of a lot more use out of as we go on down the line. God, I hate that glitch.
The Black Tri-Stars would never return to the front line. Zeon lost its share of ace pilots again. As the terrible battle raged on, we were given a new assignment. Our mission was to guard Captain Makuve Zanzibar until takeoff. With Captain Makuve in command, Zanzibar would leave the war-torn ODESSA and head into space.
And it's done. Come on, S rank. Ain't losing any units for that, so it should be pretty good. That's an S rank. Hell yeah. Now, that special bonus there, that's actually the gun tank kill that we got. So you could, in theory, get 12,000 points just off the gun tank kills alone. But they're kind of a bitch to get both of them at the same time. That one on the far right, closer to where you start at, is much easier to kill. So I recommend going for that one if you're just trying to S rank this mission. Other than that, you can get Manning up to a very good sniping vantage point on either the left or the right side of Big Tray if you can manage to sneak him through all the shit that's up in that clearing up there. And I didn't get a chance to get up there because I was trying to turtle my way through it. I didn't want to jeopardize the recording in order to just show that off because you will get wrecked pretty quick. But Manning can actually snipe the cockpit out of the Big Tray unit and just end the whole thing right then and there. Or at least he should be able to if you get him edge him just close enough on top of one of those plateaus further up there. If I had the map, I'd show you what I was talking about. But this is kind of just a cheap little way to get the S rank. This is not an easy mission to plan for, nor is it to really get through if you're not too familiar with unit tactics and you don't like to micromanage. So I feel for a lot of players who have to go through this mission, especially right after the Trojan Horse mission, which is a bitch in and of itself. But anyways, that's an S rank for that, folks. So let's go ahead and watch our next scene. There should be one. Yep, there it is.
The Federation forces launched an attack and breached our defense line in several areas.
So I don't know why, but as we went through our little scene there, it perhaps crashed on me and I lost a little footage for it, so it chugged me out back right next to the mission select screen here. In the end, Operation Odessa was successful for the Federation and we got our asses handed to us. We lost the Black Tri-Stars entirely, which is another set of aces that are just absolutely gone. Not good for the Zeon campaign whatsoever, and we lost a huge mining base in Odessa. Makuve should be very proud of himself for fucking that one up so royally. And he did contribute quite a bit to that, and along with some of the staff infighting from the Zeon side, that didn't help much at all. Basically, we're going to have to regroup and hit them harder is what the end-up mission does tell us. We did receive some new supplies and a new mobile suit assignment, and I'll go into those when we get to mission 8 in the next video. I apologize for that crashing like crazy for it on the last time and for all the slowdown. That's just Fraps being an absolute pain in the ass to work with, and that's the entire reason this emulator is lagging like it is. It plays perfectly fine the moment I turn Fraps off, but Fraps is a huge resource sink whenever you try to record anything, and for PlayStation 2 emulation as it is, it's really resource intensive, so it doesn't like to play nice with it. Currently looking into better screen capture programs to actually use. There are some to use, and hopefully I'll get into one that works a hell of a lot better. I like Fraps, the quality's pretty good, but I cannot put up with this slowdown and lag. So, until next time folks, see you later.